and see which country. Welcome to the Paris 2024 Olympics medal table update. The competition has been fierce, with athletes from around the world giving their all for a chance to stand on the podium. Let's dive into the current standings and see which countries are leading the race for Olympic glory. At the top of the leaderboard, we have Japan with a total of 12 medals, 6 gold, 2 silver, and 4 bronze. Following closely is France with an impressive 16 medals, including 5 gold, 8 silver, and 3 bronze. China is in third place, also with 12 medals featuring 5 gold, 5 silver, and 2 bronze. Australia and South Korea round out the top 5, each securing 5 gold medals. Let's take a closer look at the full medal table. Number 1, Japan, total 12 medals of Japan, 6 gold medals, 2 silver medals, 4 bronze medals. Number 2, France, total 16 medals of France, 5 gold medals, 8 silver medals, 3 bronze medals. Number 3, China, total 12 medals of China, 5 gold medals, 5 silver medals, 2 bronze medals. Number 4, Australia, total 9 medals of Australia, 5 gold medals, 4 silver medals. Number 5, South Korea, total 9 medals, 5 gold medals, 3 silver medals, 1 bronze medal. Number 6, United States, total 20 medals, 3 gold medals, 8 silver medals, 9 bronze medals. Great Britain, 2 gold medals, 5 silver medals, 3 bronze medals. Number 8, Italy, 2 gold medals, 3 silver medals, 3 bronze medals. Number 9, Canada, 2 gold medals, 1 silver medal, 2 bronze medals. Number 10, Hong Kong, 2 gold medals, 1 bronze medal. Germany, 2 medals of gold. Number 12, Kazakhstan, 1 gold medal, 2 bronze medals. Number 12, South Africa, 1 gold medal, 2 bronze medals. Number 13, Belgium, 1 gold medal, 1 bronze medal. Number 14, Azerbaijan, 1 gold medal. Number 15, Romania, 1 gold medal. Number 16, Serbia, 1 gold medal. Number 17, Uzbekistan, 1 gold medal. Number 18, Brazil, 1 silver, 2 bronze medals. Number 19, Sweden, 1 silver, 2 bronze medals. Number 20, Turkey, 1 silver medal, 1 bronze medal. Number 21, Fiji, 1 medal of silver. Number 22, Kosovo, 1 medal of silver. Number 23, Mongolia, 1 medal of silver. Number 24, Poland, 1 medal of silver. Number 25, Tunisia, 1 medal of silver. Number 26, India, 2 medal of bronze. Number 27, Moldova, 2 medal of bronze. Number 28, Croatia, 1 medal of bronze. Number 29, Egypt, 1 medal of bronze. Number 30, Hungary, 1 medal of bronze. Number 31, Ireland, 1 medal of bronze. Number 31, Mexico, 1 medal of bronze. Number 32, Slovakia, 1 medal of bronze. Number 33, Spain, 1 medal of bronze. Number 34, Switzerland, 1 medal of bronze. Number 35, Ukraine, 1 medal of bronze. As the Paris 2024 Olympics continue, the competition remains intense and the medal table is constantly evolving. Congratulations to all the athletes for their incredible performances and to the countries represented in the top rankings. Welcome to the Paris 2024 Olympics. As the City of Lights hosts this spectacular event, athletes from around the globe compete for glory and the pursuit of excellence. Join us on latest updates as we take you through the highlights and key events happening day by day at these historic games. From breathtaking performances to record-breaking moments, Paris 2024 promises to be an unforgettable experience. Let's dive into the action. The Paris Olympics are well underway, so what better way to plan ahead than with our day-by-day guide, All Times BST. Team GB has named a squad of 327 athletes, and UK Sport has set a target of 50 to 70 medals at the Games. Day 10, Monday the 5th of August, 18 gold medals, gold medal events, artistic gymnastics, men's parallel bars, women's balance beam, men's horizontal bar, women's floor, athletics, men's pole vault, women's discus throw, women's 5000 m, women's 800 m, badminton, women's singles, men's singles, basketball 3x3, men's and women's, canoe slalom, men's and women's kayak cross, shooting, men's 25 m rapid fire pistol, mixed team skeet, track cycling, women's team sprint, triathlon, mixed team relay. Highlights. In a fast and dazzling Tokyo 800 m final, Keely Hodgkinson delivered a sensational Olympic silver medal in a time that broke a British record set by Kelly Holmes in 1995. 3 years later, can she go one better? Athing Mu, who took gold in Tokyo, will not be in Paris after falling during US Olympic trials, but Kenyan world champion Mary Moraa will. The final starts at 20:45. When mixed team triathlon, starts 7 o'clock, was introduced to the Olympics in Tokyo, the GB team of Johnny Brownlee, Jess Learmonth, Georgia Taylor-Brown and Alex Yee won it. This time around, France and Germany are likely to be major medal threats. Action starts at the Vélodrome de Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines, just west of Paris. Track cycling's opening day includes the women's team sprint from 16 o'clock, final 18:58, where GB have qualified a team for the first time since London 2012. Sophie Capewell helped GB to world silver in the event last year. Her dad, Nigel, recorded fourth-place finishes in Paralympic track cycling at Atlanta 1996 and Sydney 2000. Kayak cross reaches a climax with the women's final at 15:55 and men's final at 16 o'clock. GB's Joe Clark has back-to-back world titles in this event, which is new to the Olympics and features paddlers racing each other along the rapids. Clark's teammate Kimberly Woods also won world gold last year. France are likely to be a big factor in both events. Could this be the last time you see Simone Biles in action? The beam final, 11:36, and women's floor final, 13:20, take place on artistic gymnastics' last day at Paris 2024, which is 27-year-old Biles' third Olympic Games. The beam final could see the baton passed to the next generation, since Hesley Rivera, at 16, the youngest athlete on the US team, won this event at US Olympic trials. Britwatch. The world might be focused on Biles, but GB will be keeping an eye on Joe Fraser, who is a past world and European gold medalist on parallel bars. That final begins at 10:45. Sport climbing, which made its debut at the Tokyo Olympics, returns from 9 o'clock with more medals this time around. What was one combined event in Tokyo is now 2 competitions in Paris. The first is boulder and lead, where climbers work to solve short but complex climbs in bouldering, then go for maximum height in lead climbing, all of which is done in set time windows. The second is speed climbing, which is against the clock. The change in format opens up new avenues for competitors like GB's 19-year-old Toby Roberts, already multiple times a champion in boulder and lead climbing at World Cup level. Hockey's women's quarter-finals run throughout the day. World Watch. Sweden's Mondo Duplantis keeps on setting pole vault world records. His latest was 6.24 m in April this year, and you can expect him to entertain the Paris crowd while trying to better that in his final from 18 o'clock. France's Renaud Lavillenie will not be there to rival him. The London 2012 champion has struggled after hamstring surgery and did not hit the qualifying height of 5.82 m. Elsewhere on the track, the first round of the men's 400 m hurdles, 9:05, is a chance to see Norway's Karsten Warholm, the Tokyo champion, and biggest rivals Rai Benjamin of the US, who has the better form coming into Paris, and Brazil's Alison dos Santos. 3x3 basketball reaches a climax with the women's final at 21:05 and the men's final at 21:35. The US won the women's title in Tokyo, while Latvia are the defending men's champions. Badminton concludes with the women's singles final at 9:55 and men's singles final at 14:40. Denmark's Victor Axelsen was the only European to win an Olympic badminton title in Tokyo 3 years ago and could go all the way again in Paris. South Korea's An Si-young and China's Chen Yufei are among the favourites for women's gold. Football's men's semi-finals take place at 17 o'clock and 20 o'clock. Expert knowledge. Artistic swimming, formerly known as synchronized swimming, begins at 18:30 with the team technical routine. This is one of the few instances in which a major change to a sport will result in precisely nothing different for anyone watching. A rule change allowed men to take part in the team event for the first time in Olympic history, but perhaps partly because the change took place only 18 months ago, no men actually qualified, so this will still be an all-female event. This should have been a landmark moment for the sport, governing body World Aquatics said, promising to work harder to help male athletes succeed. 45-year-old Bill May was the only male artistic swimmer with a realistic chance of selection, but the US left him out of their team. Before that, May had said no men at the Games would represent a slap in the face. US selectors said they had to pick the strongest lineup. Day 11, Tuesday the 6th of August, 15 gold medals. Gold medal events: athletics, women's hammer throw, men's long jump, men's 1,500 m, women's 3,000 m steeplechase, women's 200 m, boxing, women's 60 kilograms, diving, women's 10 m platform, equestrian, jumping individual, sailing, men's and women's dinghy, skateboard, women's park, track cycling, men's team sprint, wrestling, men's Greco-Roman 60 kilograms, men's Greco-Roman 130 kilograms, women's freestyle 68 kilograms. Highlights: the women's 200 m final 2040 could be stacked with US talent. The 3 Americans named for this event are the 3 fastest women in the world over this distance in 2024. Gabby Thomas, Mackenzie Long and Brittany Brown. GB's Dina Asher-Smith was the world champion in 2019 and a world bronze medalist in 2022. Jamaica's Elaine Thompson-Herah, the Tokyo champion, has withdrawn from Paris 2024 through injury. The men's 1,500 m is likely to star Norway's Jakob Ingebrigtsen, who broke the European record earlier this month. His main obstacle, GB's Josh Kerr. We have not seen Kerr over 1,500 m this season, but he is the world champion and declared himself on Instagram to be working in the shadows, getting ready for the spotlights. The final takes place at 1950. In skateboarding, it is the women's park final at 16:30. Sky Brown was 13 when she won Olympic bronze for GB in Tokyo, and now, aged 16, she is back on the team. Not only that, she enters the Games having won last year's world title. Ben Maher and Explosion W won a 6-way jump-off to take Tokyo individual jumping gold, completing back-to-back GB victories after Nick Skelton won the same event, also in a 6-way jump-off in 2016. This time, Maher is back for GB on point break. Watch out for Swedish duo Henrik von Eckermann and Peder Fredriksson. Fredriksson has had the heartbreak of being second to the Brits in the jump-off in both Rio and Tokyo. The final starts at 9 o'clock. Brit watch. Women's team pursuit qualifying begins in the velodrome at 16:30. Germany set a world record to defeat GB in Tokyo's final. Since then, GB have gone through a rebuild and made their way back up the world podium to become world champions last year. However, Katie Archibald is out of the Games after breaking her leg in a freak garden accident, so it remains to be seen how her teammates regroup. Sailing has scrapped its Finn class, which is unfortunate from a British perspective given GB had won it the past 6 times. That means attention turns to Mickey Beckett in the single-handed dinghy, the ILCS 7, which you might also know as the Laser, which has its medal races on Tuesday. Beckett was a world silver medalist last year and has since racked up major wins like the Princess Sophia Regatta. On the women's side of that class, GB's Hannah Snellgrove is competing after what she characterizes as a 15-year battle for selection, during which she earned money as a local journalist and part of a folk music act to keep her sailing career going. World Watch. Ireland's Kelly Harrington will hope to successfully defend her Tokyo 2020 lightweight boxing title, final at 22:06. Harrington went years without defeat before losing at the European Championships in April. Amy Broadhurst, who switched to Britain after missing out on selection for Ireland, narrowly failed to make the GB team. But Harrington may have to contend with France's Estelle Mossely, who won the Olympic title before her in Rio, then turned pro. Mossely, who has won 11 and drawn one of her 12 professional fights, returned to amateur status and made the French team in the lightweight category. China have won every women's 10 m platform diving event at the Olympics since 2008. The past 2 times, they took the silver medal as well. Gold and silver have gone to China at each of the past 4 World Championships too. That means GB's Andrea Spendolini-Siriex, who took world bronze this year, has a job on to get any further up the podium. But it's not impossible. The final is from 14 o'clock. Women's football semi-finals take place at 17 o'clock and 20 o'clock. In hockey, the men's semis are at 13 o'clock and 18 o'clock. Wrestling's first Paris 2024 medals are awarded, bringing with them a chance to watch some history. In the men's Greco-Roman 130 kilograms final, 1930, Cuba's Mijain Lopez, if gets there, could become the first person to win the same individual Olympic event 5 times in a row, 2 weeks before his 42nd birthday. Expert knowledge. It's okay to take some time to adjust if you're a British track cycling fan. Paris 2024 will be the first time since 1996 that the GB lineup for an Olympics has not included one or both of Sir Chris Hoy and Sir Jason Kenny. In that time, GB won the men's team sprint 3 times in a row from 2008 to 2016, but the Dutch knocked the British off that perch in 2021. Watch the event from 1759. Day 12, Wednesday the 7th of August, 12 gold medals. Gold medal events: artistic swimming, team acrobatic routine, athletics, marathon race walk mixed relay, women's pole vault, men's discus throw, men's 400m, men's 3000m steeplechase, boxing, men's 63.5 kilograms, men's 80 kilograms, sailing, mixed dinghy, mixed multi-hull, skateboard, men's park, sport climbing, women's speed, taekwondo, men's 58 kilograms, women's 49 kilograms, track cycling, men's team pursuit, women's team pursuit, weightlifting, men's 61 kilograms, women's 49 kilograms, wrestling, men's Greco-Roman 77 kilograms, men's Greco-Roman 97 kilograms, women's freestyle 50 kilograms. Highlights. Matthew Hudson-Smith is considered the centre of a British revival over 400m after GB failed to field an athlete in this event 3 years ago. Hudson-Smith has come through a series of injuries and mental health struggles to be one of the world's leading male 400m runners this season. Rivals in his final, 2020, could include American Quincy Hall and Grenada's Kirani James, one of a 6-strong Grenada team at Paris 2024 and the only Grenadian ever to win an Olympic medal, 3, including gold at London 2012. It is team pursuit night at the Velodrome. Britain's men did not make it to the final in Tokyo, while the women finished with silver. Can Team GB recapture some of their track cycling dominance in one of the Olympics' most exhilarating split-screen events? Find out from 1704. John Gimson and Anna Burnett narrowly missed out on a Tokyo Olympic title in sailing's mixed NACRA 17 class, a racing catamaran. They are the 2020 and 2021 world champions, but their nemeses in this class are Italy's Ruggero Tita and Caterina Banti, who won Tokyo gold and have taken the past 3 world titles too. Can Gimson and Burnett find a way past in Paris? The medal race is today. In the 470 mixed dinghy class, also finishing today, GB have 2022 world silver medalists in Chris Grube and Vita Heathcote. Grube, 39, who twice finished 5th at the Olympics in the men's 470 alongside Luke Patience, was coaxed out of retirement to pair up with 23-year-old Heathcote. Brit Watch. The first round of the men's 800m, 10:55, features Ben Pattison, who won a surprise world bronze medal last year. Teammate Max Bergin ran Pattison close at June's British Championships and has previously posted world-leading times, but has struggled with injury in recent years. Jake Whiteman, who won a European silver medal in 2022, is also on the start list for GB. In skateboarding, the British are used to the idea that in Sky Brown, the sport has one of Team GB's youngest stars, but you can be an amazing skateboarder a little later in life too. Andy McDonald is on the team at the age of 50. He will be 51 by the time Wednesday rolls around, making him the oldest athlete in Olympic skateboarding's short history. He has a child older than teammates Brown and Lola Tambling. McDonald, a veteran of 8 X Games gold medals in the late 90s and early 2000s, announced in 2022 that he would switch from representing the US to GB in a bid to reach Paris. His park events prelims are at 11:30 and the final is at 16:30. World Watch. Thailand have never won an Olympic medal in a sport other than boxing, taekwondo or weightlifting. Athaya Thidakul has a chance to change that and has been installed among the bookies' favourites for gold in Paris women's golf. Nelly Korda, the defending champion, won 6 of her first 8 tournaments this season, but has since missed a series of cuts. The first round starts at 8 o'clock with GB's Georgia Hall and Charlie Hull in action alongside Ireland's Leona Maguire and Stephanie Meadow. At the athletics track, the first round of the women's 100m hurdles, 9:15, includes Nigerian world record holder Tobi Amusan, cleared to compete by the Court of Arbitration for Sport in late June after a row over alleged missed doping tests. Commonwealth bronze medalist Cindy Sember runs for GB. Australia's Nina Kennedy and America's Katie Moon shared the women's pole vault world title last year and still appear almost inseparable heading into the Games. Add to that GB's Molly Cordery, who was 5th last year at the Worlds, but is widely tipped to make the Olympic podium, having just set a British record of 4.92 m. That is the world's best mark so far this year and would have been enough to beat Moon and Kennedy in 2023. The final starts at 18 o'clock. The women's speed climbing title from 11:28 could be between US duo Emma Hunt and Piper Kelly. Artistic swimming's team event concludes from 18:30. The absence of Russia blows this contest wide open, since the Russians have won every Olympic team title in this sport from 2000 onwards. China and the US might step in. Hockey's women's semi-finals are at 13 o'clock and 18 o'clock. The first weightlifting medals are awarded. In the men's 61 kilograms, Indonesia's Eko Yuli Irawan could become the first weightlifter to earn an Olympic medal in 5 consecutive games, although he has never won gold. Expert knowledge, the Olympic 50 kilometers race walk, a feat of extraordinary endurance for athlete and spectator alike, is a thing of the past. It was the only men's athletics event on the 2020 program that did not have a women's equivalent, while the 4 hours or so needed to televise it often did not electrify broadcasters. Its replacement? The race walk mixed relay. Each team sends 1 male and 1 female athlete, who each do 2 alternating stages of around 10 kilometers. The course is inspired by the Women's March on Versailles of 1789, a key event in the French Revolution. Expect to see the Grand Palais, Louvre, Palace of Versailles, and Eiffel Tower. Day 13, Thursday the 8th of August. 25 gold medals. Gold medal events. Athletics, women's long jump, men's javelin throw, men's 200m, women's 400m hurdles, men's 110m hurdles, boxing, women's 54 kilograms, men's 51 kilograms, canoe sprint, men's C2500m, men's K4500m, women's K4500m, diving, men's 3m springboard, hockey, men's, sailing, men's and women's kite medal series, sport climbing, men's speed, swimming, women's 10 kilometers marathon, taekwondo, men's 68 kilograms, women's 57 kilograms, track cycling, men's omnium medal, women's keirin, weightlifting, women's 59 kilograms, men's 73 kilograms, wrestling, men's Greco-Roman 67 kilograms, men's Greco-Roman 87 kilograms, women's freestyle 53 kilograms. Highlights. 2-time Olympic Taekwondo champion Jade Jones is hunting for a 3rd gold medal from 8:10, with the gold medal contest at 2039. Jones won in London and Rio but suffered a shock early exit in Tokyo. Her build-up to Paris has not been perfect, not least a doping case where she avoided a ban over a refused test because of very exceptional circumstances. Up to now, no Taekwondo athlete has won 3 Olympic golds. Meanwhile, watch out for world champion Bradley Sinden looking to upgrade his Tokyo silver in the men's Taekwondo's -68 kilograms category. Sinden had to settle for 2nd after a dramatic reversal in the dying moments of his final 3 years ago. He says that disappointment will always be there unless he wins in Paris. Noah Lyles is one of the headline names at the track on Thursday. Lyles is one of the most dominant male sprinters since Usain Bolt, barely losing a race over 200m for most of the past decade. One of the ones he did lose, the last Olympic final, where Lyles finished 3rd. Watch for GB's Jarnell Hughes. The final is at 19:30. Jack Laufer is back in the men's diving 3m springboard. The final starts at 14 o'clock. Laufer has silver and bronze in this event from the past 2 Olympics. Can he close the gap on China's relentless winners in this event, or will it be a scrap to reach the podium? In the velodrome, GB's Ollie Wood and Ethan Hayter both have the experience needed to contend for a medal in the men's omnium, with Hayter winning the world title in 2021 and 2022. France's Benjamin Thomas also has multiple world titles to his name and will be targeting this event. which runs over 4 events starting at 16 o'clock. The women's keirin, where cyclists follow an electric bike in the opening laps before a sprint finish, could feature double European silver medalist Emma Finucane for GB from 16-18. The men's hockey final takes place at 18 o'clock at Yves du Manoir Stadium in Colombes on the northern outskirts of Paris. This stadium is more than a century old, having been used as the main stadium at the last Paris Olympics in 1924. Brit Watch. The heptathlon rolls into action from 9:05 with the 100m hurdles, the first of 7 events that decides the overall champion. GB's Katarina Johnson-Thompson became world champion again in 2023 after years of injuries and disappointment, and will be joined by teammate Jade Ododa. In Marseille, kiteboarding's Olympic debut reaches a climax. As it sounds, kiteboarding involves athletes using a giant kite to ride their board across the ocean. European champion Ellie Aldridge and Connor Bainbridge are the GB female and male entrants respectively. Athletes can hit speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. World Watch. Last time Jamaica's Hansel Parchment beat him to gold. Can anyone stand in the way of a men's 110m hurdles title for Grant Holloway this time? The American looks in dominant form. The final is at 20:45. The men's speed climbing final, 11:55, could feature Italy's Matteo Zurloni, who burst to the peak of his sport with a world title last year. Having said that, a big factor in Zurloni's win was a false start for China's Long Jinbao in the final. If Long avoids the same mistake this time, it is likely to be an incredibly close event with a host of other names in the frame. The first day of canoe sprint finals features the men's K4 500m 1250. 4 people in a boat, half a kilometre of flat water paddling as fast as you can, go. A vastly experienced German crew won this event 3 years ago and remains largely intact this time around, swapping in relative youngster Jacob Schopf, 25. The other 3, between them, have 6 Olympic and 17 world titles. Weightlifting's men's 73 kilograms category could see a close battle between China's Xu Zhiyong and Indonesia's Rizky Juniansyah, who produced a stunning upset in April to beat teammate Rahmat Irwin at a World Cup in Thailand and thereby take his place in the Indonesian team. Irwin is a 2-time world champion who was expected to be one of the favourites in Paris. The event starts at 18:30. Expert knowledge. The women's 10 kilometres open water swim begins bright and early at 6:30. The venue, the River Seine. This has been a big talking point in the build-up to the Games, because the Seine's water quality is a major concern, so much so that last year's test event was cancelled as the water was too dirty. The French sports minister, Amélie Oudéa-Castéra, even had to take a symbolic dip in the Seine herself just days before the Games started, in a bid to reassure people that the water will be safe. There is, however, reportedly a backup plan. According to Reuters, officials have said the event could be moved to Paris, 2024's rowing and sprint canoeing venue, if all other contingency plans were exhausted. Day 14, Friday the 9th of August, 34 gold medals, gold medal events, athletics, women's 4x100m relay, women's shot put, men's 4x100m relay, women's 400m, men's triple jump, women's heptathlon, women's 10,000m, men's 400m hurdles, beach volleyball, women's, boxing, women's 50 kilograms, women's 66 kilograms, men's 71 kilograms, men's 92 kilograms, breaking, women's individual, canoe sprint, men's K2 500m, women's C1 200m, women's C2 500m, women's K2 500m, diving, women's 3m springboard, football, men's, hockey, women's, rhythmic gymnastics, individual all-around, sport climbing, men's boulder lead, swimming, men's 10 kilometers marathon, table tennis, men's, taekwondo, men's 80 kilograms, women's 67 kilograms, track cycling, men's sprint medal, women's Madison, weightlifting, men's 89 kilograms, women's 71 kilograms, wrestling, men's freestyle 57 kilograms, men's freestyle 86 kilograms, women's freestyle 57 kilograms. Highlights. You'll never run alone, a mural proclaims in Katarina Johnson-Thompson's home city, Liverpool. Come the end of the heptathlon's 800m, 1915, she will hope to be running alone for just a few seconds at the front of the Olympic pack. Johnson-Thompson came sixth in Rio as she emerged from the shadow of London champion Jessica Ennis-Hill. Then injury forced her out of Tokyo mid-event. She heads to Paris as the world champion, where she is up against Belgium's Nafi Thiam, herself searching for a remarkable third consecutive heptathlon Olympic title. The men's 4x100m relay final, 1845, is almost always the scene of triumph and disaster on a grand scale. In Tokyo, disaster for Britain arrived half a year after the event. The team, who won silver, were disqualified as a result of CJ Ujah testing positive for 2 banned substances. GB were fourth in last year's World Final, which was won by the US. Dina Asher-Smith is expected to lead the GB women's sprint relay team if they reach their final at 18:30. Track cycling on Friday includes the women's Madison, final at 17:09, won by GB's Katie Archibald and Laura Kenny on its introduction to the Games in Tokyo. Neither Archibald nor Kenny will be in Paris, but British duo Nia Evans and Eleanor Barker are more than capable successors who won world gold last year. The men's sprint, from 13:41, offers one of the most captivating tactical events in cycling, where contenders can almost end up at a standstill in a bid to catch the other off guard before racing to the line. GB's Jack Carlin has Olympic and world bronze in the event. The women's hockey final is at 19 o'clock. The Netherlands have only lost 2 of 35 outdoor internationals since the start of 2023 and are top of the world rankings by a mile. But as Belgium showed with a shock too, one win over the Dutch in June, that kind of form does not guarantee anything. GB, who beat the Netherlands for gold at Rio 2016 and finished third in Tokyo, come into this event ranked 6th in the world. Beach volleyball's women's tournament concludes next to the Eiffel Tower, 21:30. Recently, this event has been the domain of the US, and the duo of Kelly Chung and Sarah Hughes will expect to keep it that way. Brazil's Ana Patricia Ramos and Duda Santos Lisboa were on separate teams in Tokyo, where Brazil suffered the disappointment of neither team making it past the quarter-finals. They have won world gold and silver together since. Britwatch. There are 4 boxing finals on Friday's card from 2030. Men's light middleweight and heavyweight alongside women's light flyweight and welterweight. While GB have no nailed-on favourites heading into the Olympic boxing tournament, there is a lot of potential. Depending on previous days' results, this might be a chance to see the likes of Rosie Eccles, Patrick Brown, or Lewis Richardson in action. Ireland's Aidan Walsh, a Tokyo bronze medalist, will hope to feature in the men's light middleweight. Climbing's men's boulder and lead event has 2 finals from 9:15 to determine a winner. British teenager Toby Roberts goes up against the likes of Austria's Jacob Schubert, a bronze medalist in a slightly different format 3 years ago, and a formidable force in the more specialist world of lead climbing. Mejdi Schalk had been expected to be the host's big hope, but he was defeated in qualifying, so France will be represented by Sam Avezou and Paul Jenft. While we saw Tom Daley in synchro diving action earlier, this time it is the turn of 2 other Britons in the individual 10m platform contest, prelims from 9 o'clock. Noah Williams, a European silver medalist in 2022, is joined by Kyle Cathari. Meanwhile, Grace Reed and Yasmin Harper are GB's representatives in the women's 3m springboard, final from 14 o'clock. The men's marathon swim starts at 6:30. GB's Hector Pardo was a world bronze medalist earlier this year. World Watch. Brazil have been on every men's football Olympic podium since 2008, winning the past 2 gold medals. Not this time. Brazil failed to even qualify for the Games, with the South American places going to Paraguay and Argentina. Will Spain add an Olympic title to their Euro 2024 glory? Or is this an opportunity for the hosts to win gold on home turf? The final is at 17 o'clock. Who will be the Paris men's 400m hurdles champion? Norway's Karsten Warholm is defending his Tokyo title, and right up there with him are American Rai Benjamin and Brazil's Alisson dos Santos. Together, they are the fastest men in history in this event, but it is rare to get all 3 racing each other at once. Will we see that tonight? The final is from 2045. Rhythmic gymnastics individual all-around final takes place at 13:30. This is a sport where the near-total absence of Russian athletes at Paris 2024 will have a significant impact, Germany's Darja Varfolomeev, who moved to the country from Russia in 2019, is the world champion. Expert knowledge, breaking, also known as breakdancing, b-boying or b-girling, makes its Olympic debut on Friday. It has been a competitive sport since the 1990s. Here are some expressions to know. Top rock is everything you do standing up. Down rock is everything you do on the floor, and some of the most acrobatic elements are called power moves, which include things like whole-body spins. Each one-on-one competition is called a battle. Competitors take it in turns to perform for judges who are scoring for creativity, personality, technique, variety, performativity, and musicality. The individual women's final or Big Girls Gold Medal battle is at 2023. Dutch teenager India Sarjo is one to watch, as is Lithuania's world and European champion Dominika Banovic, 17. Day 15, Saturday the 10th of August, 39 gold medals. Gold medal events: artistic swimming, duet free routine, athletics, men's marathon, men's high jump, men's 800 men's rhythmic gymnastics, group all-around, sport climbing, women's boulder lead, table tennis, women's, taekwondo, men's plus 80 kg, women's plus 67 kg repechage, track cycle 1500 champion Faith Kipyegon of Kenya. Kipyegon